Political persecution against Igbo leaders. Ohanaeze fought reopening of Kalu's EFCC's case. Here is another interesting news I bring to your listening ears today, my dear listeners. Good day. Now moving on to the full details, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe to this channel and share. The Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohanaeze in the Igbo, has expressed surprise and apprehension over the recent ruling by the Court of Appeal in Abuja. It said the judgment granting the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC) the latitude to challenge a federal high court decision that had previously barred the prosecution of former Abia governor and current senator Orji Kalu was shocking and transcended mere judicial deliberation. Ohanaeze, in a statement, asserted that the specter of political persecution against Igbo leaders remains a deeply entrenched reality. It stressed, while we maintain steadfast position against corruption, categorically supporting the EFCC in its mandate to prosecute any public officials, past or present, on corruption allegations, our concern primarily rests on the discernible pattern of selective persecution targeting prominent Igbo politicians, especially an electoral circles approach. It is alarming that anti-graft agencies like the EFCC and the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission (CPC) are perceived as instruments employed to marginalize Igbo politicians from aspirational roles within the highest echelons of Nigerian governance, namely the presidency, Senate presidency, and speakership of the Federal House of Representatives. The statement continued. Ohanaeze said it holds an unwavering commitment to a zero-tolerance stance on corruption. However, we cannot ignore the conspicuous disparities in prosecution levels across different regions. Why is it that former governors from Kano, Kaduna, Ogun, Kogi, Sokoto, Akwa Ibom, Delta, and other states seemingly evade similar scrutiny despite compelling evidence of misconduct? The continuous and overt targeting of Igbo leaders underscores a troubling reality. Selective persecution itself constitutes a form of corruption. We firmly believe that there is palpable unease within the Igbo community regarding the renewed proceedings against Senator Orji Kalu. The clear intention appears to be a systemic effort to displace him from his position in the Senate and possibly imprison him prior to the 2027 elections. Senator Kalu has consistently stated his intention not to vie for the presidency in 2027, further endorsing the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Igbos are troubled by the development, particularly as Senator Kalu stands as a cornerstone of the Southeast representation in the Senate, distinguished for his commitment to delivering on electoral promises, prioritizing the interest of the Igbo people above personal ambition. In light of these concerns, we call upon the EFCC to adhere strictly to due process in executing its constitutional duties, while remaining steadfastly committed to the principles of the rule of law. Furthermore, We urge President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to consider that a precondition for sustained support for the government beyond 2027 must involve a reassessment of the ongoing case against Igbo politicians, especially those concerning Senator Orji, Kalu. My dear listeners, now I've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by the comment section and let's know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.